The other thing you can do is, if it is information that's important, but not something you want, to have, possibly taken. For example, let's say, you're running a business, you're coming to the U.S. for a meeting, and that information you have on there is important, but you really don't want immigration to get hold of it, or you don't want customs to get hold of it, because it's very confidential. It's confidential business, and you don't know what's going to happen. You just want to be safe. So in that case, then the better idea would be perhaps to keep it on a secure online account, where, basically in the cloud. So, or if you have Apple, if you can save it onto iCloud, where you can access that information from a computer once you come into the US. So that when you enter and leave, there's not any information, or at least when you enter, there's not any information that you're worried that will be taken from you, because this information is very confidential. You don't want to have that out there. Those things are also what you could do. But also keep in mind that if you come here on business, or if you're coming here visiting, and you come here with a phone or a laptop that has absolutely nothing on it, but you're just carrying it, then that in and of itself may create some kind of red flag to customs, where they want to question you more, because they're going to ask you, why are you walking around with an empty cell phone? Why are you walking around with an empty laptop? So I would expect, if you had a laptop, you at least have programs on there that are relevant to what you need. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, things that you would need, but you don't necessarily have the data, or you have some very basic data on there that you're not worried if people know. Things like that are things you should think about. In addition, what I would probably consider is that if you are going to not let them look at your phone, or you're going to require them to do a search, so it is possible that they could hold your device. If they have some probable cause, then they can still hold your device even though you've locked it, and they can try to use whatever techniques they have to break your authentication. So the other thing that you could do is make sure that whatever passwords you have, whatever authentication you need, whatever encryption. So the second thing is that even if you say, no, I'm not going to agree to let you open my device, well, there's still some things they could do. Now, some people have it attuned to their fingerprints, and I think that might be a little bit difficult for them to force you to use your fingerprint to open something. But if you have it like, a lot of us have Face ID, then, arguably they could put up the phone in front of your face suddenly, or, take a picture of you, and then later on when you're not there, they use the picture of you to then open your phone or your laptop. So before coming to the US, then you would want to disable all of those biometric type of passwords, so that you can open your phone or your laptop. Second is that whatever passwords you have, the more complicated, the better.